Are Diddy and Jay Z actually the unsung heroes of defamation? Did they secretly invent a new game called Defamation Olympics? And most importantly, how many rappers do you think received their honorary doctorate in Defamation Studies from these two icons? Stay tuned, folks, it's about to get juicier than a ripe watermelon on a summer day. What dark secrets did DMX know about Diddy and Jay Z's rise to fame and power in the music industry? In the cutthroat music business, fame and success often come at a price. For rap icons like Diddy and Jay Z, claws had to come out on the way up, but one man, DMX, saw right through their ascent. The late great DMX called them out time and again for shady industry maneuvers and inhumane treatment of artists. As DMX put it himself, the love he once had for the industry was no longer there after witnessing the sinister inner workings behind the scenes. So what exactly did DMX know about Diddy and Jay Z that made him speak out against the industry giants? How did DMX allegedly expose Diddy's mistreatment of artists at Bad Boy Records? DMX was one of the first to blow the whistle on Diddy's abuse of business practices. According to DMX, Diddy signed artists to Bad Boy Records, made them change their sound and image to be more jiggy and marketable. And then he took all their publishing money. DMX specifically called out what Diddy allegedly did to the LOX after signing them. DMX claimed Diddy made the LOX wear suits, steered their creative direction more towards radio-friendly songs, and seized their publishing rights. Some even understood DMX accusations against Diddy as hinting at sexual abuse, interpreting him as saying Diddy raped his artist as a metaphor for rape. While we can't say for sure if its actual assault occurred, DMX saw that artists at Bad Boy were clearly being exploited and stripped of earnings and creative control. What happened when DMX refused to sign with Diddy at Bad Boy? DMX himself almost got tangled in Diddy's web. He said Diddy initially passed on signing him because he didn't think DMX was marketable enough. But when Diddy saw the offer from Def Jam on the table, he came back begging DMX to sign with Bad Boy and offered to double what Def Jam put down. DMX ultimately rejected Diddy's deal, claiming he wasn't feeling Diddy's vibe, likely because he had already witnessed the dark side of Bad Boy through Diddy's mistreatment of other artists. DMX dodged the bullet by sticking to his morals and turning Diddy down. How did Jay Z allegedly sabotage DMX's career when he became president of Def Jam? DMX eventually signed with Def Jam, which was a safe haven for him under founder Liar Cohen. But when Jay Z took over as president in 2004, things took a turn for DMX. According to DMX, Jay Z deliberately sabotaged his sixth album on Def Jam. Jay Z allegedly stopped promoting and supporting DMX so he could clear the playing field for his own comeback. DMX believed Jay Z saw him as competition that needed to be taken out before he could return to the rap game. So, Jay Z abused his power as a label executive to suppress DMX and his music. DMX called it a blatant attempt to eliminate the competition, and this example opened DMX's eyes to Jay Z's cutthroat nature. Why did DMX grow suspicious of Jay Z's ties to the Illuminati and industry executives? Aside from Jay Z undermining his career, DMX also saw him aligning with sinister industry forces like Liar Cohen and the Illuminati higher-ups. DMX was wary of how Jay Z befriended top music executives, while many of his fellow artists suffered under their company's exploitative contracts. When Jay Z ousted his own Rockefeller partners, DMX believed the insider influence was at play. Dame Dash accused Jay Z of selling out their vision for Rockefeller after befriending executives like Liar Cohen. Dame said Jay Z fell prey to typical divide and conquer tactics used by other corporate suits. DMX seemed to agree, viewing Jay Z's relationship with Cohen as a driving force behind Jay Z turning on his own people. These connections made DMX not trust Jay Z's intentions. What disrespect did Liar Cohen show DMX even after his passing? Liar Cohen, former Def Jam CEO and mentor to Jay Z, represents everything DMX detested about the industry ventures. At DMX's own funeral, Cohen insulted DMX by calling him a gremlin who was reckless and looking for a wall to crash into. Cohen couldn't even be bothered to attend the funeral in person. This blatant disrespect of DMX, even in death, signaled to many that Cohen helped control DMX and other artists' careers, dismantling them as easily as he propped them up. It's a tragic reflection of the power executives like Cohen wield behind closed doors. What similarities are now emerging between Diddy and Jay Z's shady industry connections and artist treatment? In the aftermath of DMX's death, the controversies surrounding Diddy and Jay Z are converging. Just as DMX called out Diddy for manipulating artists, Jay Z is facing accusations of mistreating former collaborators. Jay Z and Diddy both developed close relationships with industry bigwigs who helped catapult their success, but at what cost? As DMX exposed through his first-hand experiences, the climb to the top in this business is often marred by exploitation. Are more sinister revelations about Diddy and Jay Z on the horizon? If what DMX says holds true, we only have scratched the surface of the misconduct that has plagued Bad Boy and Rockefeller behind closed doors. DMX was one of the few with the courage to speak out, but now that he's gone, who will continue pulling back the curtain on the industry's dark underbelly and fight for artist rights? What fueled the rivalry between Jay Z and DMX at the peak of their careers? DMX and Jay Z were engaged in an intense rivalry in the late 90s as two of rap's biggest stars, but their competition was lopsided, with Jay Z seeing DMX as a threat to eliminate while DMX focused on just making great music. And DMX didn't get a Grammy nomination in 1999 despite releasing 2 #1 albums. Jay Z boycotted the awards in protest. But DMX saw Jay Z's boycott as disingenuous. Given Jay Z later sabotaged his album, DMX believed Jay Z viewed him as the top contender to keep under his thumb. The rivalry highlights Jay Z's cutthroat mentality compared to DMX just trying to coexist. Why did DMX refuse to compromise his artistry to get ahead in the industry? Unlike many artists, DMX refused to bend to industry pressure and compromise the integrity of his art. Though known for his raw, gritty music, DMX rejected the notion of conforming to commercial trends or watering down his style to sell more records. He spoke out against artists who would get on their knees and follow label orders just to get ahead. DMX also turned down big checks and label deals like Diddy's if it meant sacrificing creative control. He attributed his longevity as an artist to staying true to his vision. While that defiant mindset earned him enemies, DMX held fast to keeping it real rather than playing dirty. What ultimately made DMX walk away from the cutthroat music industry? After his experiences with Diddy and Jay Z, DMX became disillusioned with the industry and walked away on his own terms. He spoke in interviews about how the love for making music turned to bitterness in dealing with executives who only cared about making profit. After hitting roadblocks on his 6th album, DMX had enough. He began rejecting the industry artist label, focusing just on his art. The final straw was witnessing the same executives who blacklisted him suddenly eulogize him after his passing. DMX remained authentic, even as the industry tried to control and eventually erase him. He represents artistic courage few in the music archive. Why is it critical that DMX's accusations against Diddy and Jay Z be investigated further? Given the severity of DMX's allegations against Diddy and Jay Z, it's crucial for the music industry to take them seriously. Though DMX has passed, the potential victims of their misconduct deserve answers and justice. If Diddy and Jay Z abused their power over artists as DMX claimed, they must be held accountable. Sweeping DMX's words under the rug would allow exploitation to continue unchecked in the industry. Record companies need to open their books and artists must feel safe coming forward. Only by verifying DMX's claims can the industry start to remedy decades of unethical practices. DMX ultimately turned away from the cutthroat music industry after recognizing the inhumane treatment and manipulation that artists like him faced, especially at the hands of Diddy and Jay Z. Through his accusations and experiences, DMX peeled back the facade of Bad Boy and Rockefeller to reveal shady dealings for power and profit at the expense of creative minds. As debates continue around Diddy and Jay Z's alleged misdeeds, one thing is clear: DMX spoke the raw, unfiltered truth about the insider's sinister side. Though DMX is no longer here to blow the whistle, the echoes of his warnings still call out for justice and change within the corrupt music business. The time has come to take DMX's words seriously and advocate for artistic rights, dignity, and humanity. Only then can we drown out the clanging gavel of industry greed and silence the sins of moguls like Diddy and Jay Z who step on our lives to climb to the top. Well, folks, that's a wrap for today's roller coaster ride through the rap world's gossip galore. If you thought your cup of drama was full, think again. DMX's revelations about Diddy and Jay Z might just be the tip of the iceberg, but hey, before you hit that subscribe button and dive into the comments section to spill your thoughts, remember, in the world of hip-hop, drama is the gift that keeps on giving.